How's it going, everyone? It's NYC Tapes back with another video. Today I wanted to discuss a little bit about the differences between the MPC ONE and the MPC Live 2. At home in Australia, I have an MPC Live 2. You've seen it in my other videos. I pretty much use it in all my videos. It's really good for making content. And this month, I'm in New York, actually. If you watched my previous video, you would have heard me talk about that. I'm in New York for the month, staying with my mate Mercy. We made Soul Bounce together. I made the beat for it. I'll link it in the corner here. It's an absolute banger of a song. A pretty unique beat from me. I don't make beats like that too often. They're pretty rare. But I sent it to him and he bodied the beat. He loved it. He made a crazy music video for it. It looks mad. Really embodies Queens. And that's where I'm staying at the moment. So while I've been here, I didn't bother bringing my MPC with me. I brought my SP because I'm doing a show and my laptop to make music and perform if I need to. But I didn't bring my MPC because I knew he had an MPC ONE. So the last 2 weeks, I've been using his MPC and Ableton, a bit of a mix to make music. And I want to discuss some of the differences I've noticed between the MPC Live and the MPC ONE. I've noticed a few things that are different, and I thought it'd be fun to just do a little video, break down the differences. If you're ever looking at buying one of them, it's probably good to know these things as well. So, for starters, obviously the size is very different. The MPC Live 2 is quite bigger. It's got an internal battery and an internal speaker. This doesn't have either of those. So my MPC Live probably comes out like around here probably. It's pretty big. You've seen it in my videos and you can see the scale in comparison. But aside from that, it's pretty much the same. I haven't really had any problems making beats the way I normally do on the MPC Live 2. There's only a few things that are different, like the placement of buttons, the types of buttons, which I'm going to talk about in a sec. There's also less inputs and outputs on the back of this thing as well. That's important to note. There's only one USB dock as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is these buttons. They're very different. On the MPC Live 2, I don't know if it's just because I have the retro version or not, but either way, the buttons, they're like rubber. They're quite nice to press, very soft. But sometimes you press it and you're not actually sure if you pressed it or not. These buttons here are just plastic and they have a nice click to them when you press them. I'll see if I can pick it up on the mic. Nice little click to them. You can really tell when you pressed one of them. And the other thing to note as well, this happens on the MPC Live 2 as well. When you double click a button, you can go into the other menus assigned to it. Normally, if you shift click as well, it does that. I find on the MPC Live 2, the shift button's in a much better position. The shift button's here on the MPC ONE, right next to the wheel. But I find that causes a few issues. It's just in a weird spot. I prefer the shift to be on one of the ends, like on the MPC Live. It's on one of the ends, so you just know where to put your hand. But when I press the shift button on here, I have to really look for it because it's in the middle of all these buttons. So the buttons, in my opinion, are better on this. I like the responsiveness. I love the quick double click as well. You can really tell you went, you know? It's just very quick to maneuver. So that's one positive for the MPC ONE. I think the buttons are fine on the MPC Live 2 as well, but I really like the clickiness. It's good for responsiveness and speeding up the workflow, I think. The other thing to note as well, the pads are smaller. I'm not really sure how to tell you how much smaller they are, but they are smaller on the MPC ONE. I don't mind that too much. It feels okay drumming with them. It's not a big deal that they're smaller, so I'm alright with that. The Q-Link button's kind of weird. When you press the Q-Link button, it switches between the different modes for the Q-Links, the knobs here. But the problem I have with this one, the lights are kind of weird. It's almost like they've been pushed. This could just be because of Mercy though. But the lights look like they've been pushed through and they're off angle. It just feels funny. I don't know. Could just be Mercy though. But yeah, a lot of positives about this machine. I love those clickiness to the buttons. I do kind of miss the speaker though. Even though the speaker's not great on the MPC Live 2, I think it's just nice to have it. Like, it's good to have something where you can just set it up and you don't have to plug in all these other wires and set up speakers. You just got it. You can just, even if it sounds like crap, you got it, you know? The size is definitely working in the favor of this though. Having it this size is so much better for portability. The main reason I didn't bring my MPC Live 2 is because of the portability issue. The MPC Live 2 is like the same size of a laptop, but it's like much thicker and it has all these knobs sticking out of it. So it's really hard to transport unless you buy a specific bag or if you buy a case to put on top of it to cover up the knobs. Because if you don't do that, one of the knobs could easily catch and break and then you're in trouble, you know? But aside from these few things, they're pretty much the same machine. I just went through the official Akai website to look at the prices just to do a comparison for you guys. Through the official Akai website, they're running an MPC Live 2 for $1,299. I'm assuming it's USD. I think it has to be USD. It doesn't say otherwise, but it sounds like it might be USD. The MPC One on the official car website is running for $699. So the MPC One's like $600 cheaper than the MPC Live 2. So make sure you consider all the benefits of the MPC One compared to the MPC Live 2 and choose which one's more important to you. Keep in mind they all do the same thing. Some have more benefits than others. That's just the nature of it. I haven't even looked at an MPC X because they're very expensive. And I don't think it would be for me. I like the portability. I have enjoyed using Mercy's MPC One. It's a very fun machine to use and make up beats real quick. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to try and keep making content while I'm here. I'm going to be posting some photo dumps on my Insta and stuff at the Noir Tapes if you want to add that. And I'm going to be posting more daily content there as well. But with these YouTube videos, it's kind of hard to form ideas and make them and then execute on that while you're staying in someone else's place in a different city on the other side of the world. It's just very different. I do want to try to still put out videos. I might put out less per week, but regardless, when I get back to Australia, it's going to be back to the normal routine. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.